Hi, I'm Hannah from Love Learning Tutors, and I am here with some maths tutorials as part of Love Learning Tutorials. And today we're looking at rearranging equations. So this is the second in my three-part series, if that's what I want to call it. This is all focusing on x being the denominator. So what to do in this situation. If you feel like I'm skipping some stuff and you want to go over some basics, please go back to the first video where I go over those and really explain how to do this, and then you can revisit this and be like, hey, I feel more confident now. If you've mastered this, please check out the next video as well. They've got the kind of most complicated examples that are available out there. But this is all really important for your GCSE, and it will come up in several other subjects for your chemistry and your physics and whatnot. Okay, so let's have a look. We want to get this x. So by making it subject, we want to get it so that where we have b alone, we want that to be an x situation. So this is all to do with opposites and relationships of opposites. So right now, it's not very useful to have x at the bottom as a denominator here. We can't really get rid of this a that easily either. I mean, there are ways, but it just kind of gets long. I think the easiest way to not make mistakes is to do it this way. So we're going to times both sides by x. Now the reason why we do both sides is because there's an equal sign here, which means that both sides need to stay equal to each other. So what we do on one side, we do to the other. So by doing this, x divided by x will cancel out to make 1. And then we have a is equal to bx. There's a little times here. Okay. So from here, we're very close to the end now. So we have x on the top, which is a lot more useful, but it's tied in with this b. It's multiplied with this b. So in order to remove this b, we want to do the opposite of the multiplication, which is to divide. So we're going to divide both sides. I'll just do a little division here by b. So by doing that, we have a over b, or a divided by b, depending on how you want to say it. B divided by b is going to give you 1. We don't tend to write 1x, we just tend to write x. But if you wrote 1x there, I mean, it's not wrong, but we just don't really do it, usually. Okay, so number two, so we're going to start off with exactly the same step. It's not useful to have this x at the bottom right now, so we're going to times both sides by x, so these are going to cancel out, so we're going to end up with a plus b is equal to c times x. Okay, so we're almost there. I mean, it's very similar to this, actually. It's just got an extra b hanging in there, an extra letter hanging in here. But actually, the way that we're working with it is exactly the same. So right now, this c is in the way. We want this x alone. They're times together, so we're going to divide the c away from both sides. So we end up with a plus b is equal, over c is equal to x. Yeah, oh, I forgot to use my red pen. I don't know, I'm really big on colours, so I got really excited and bought loads of different colours. Okay, so, yeah, I mean, whatever makes your studying more exciting for you, I think it's worth doing. But apparently, if you use more than, I think it is 3 colours, 4 colours, it's not constructive anymore. It doesn't actually help your learning anymore. It becomes a bit of a distraction. I'm totally guilty of that. But yeah, that's psychological research. Okay, so 3, here we go. We have x here, but in this case we have, so this isn't a times divide situation, so we can't quite touch that yet. But we have this plus s, which is much easier to get rid of. So we're going to subtract s from both sides. So we have v over x is equal to t minus s. Okay, so from here we have this similar situation to all these other guys. So we have x as a denominator by itself, as in like it's not with this. So this means we want to times both sides by x, because we want the x up on the top, because it's more useful to us that way. So I'm just going to put this in brackets right now. Oh, I keep on doing this today. Instead of writing minus, I keep on writing I. I wonder what's going on there. Okay, so here there's minus s, and we've timesed it by x. And this just means that both t and minus s are both multiplied by this x. Rather than me expanding the brackets, I want to get rid of this very, very soon, so I'm just going to leave it like that. So the x is so close to being alone, and we've got this multiplication relationship with what's inside the brackets. So it's time, so we need to do the opposite, and we can get rid of this whole chunk in one go as it's in the brackets, which is very convenient. So we're dividing both sides by t minus, oh, I've done it again, how bizarre, t minus s. So this will cancel out to make 1. So we have v over t, oh goodness, my minuses keep on coming out as i's. This has literally never happened before today, so here we go. Right, so there we go. We've made x the subject of all 3, despite it starting out as a denominator. So yes, I hope that was very, very helpful for you. Please comment below if there are any questions that you have with x as a denominator that you've not quite been able to solve. And check out our next video, which is going to be the more complicated ones. So there, if you've done all 3 of those and you're quite happy and confident with those, I see no reason why you wouldn't get full marks in rearranging, changing subject question in your exam paper. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Bye.